My name's Jean Illingworth, and I'm the principal of Djarragun College. Djarragun College is in far north Queensland, and it's a school that caters for Indigenous students from pre-prep through to post-grade 12. Well, I'd say 99% of our students come from situations of poverty, and poverty always brings with it a whole lot of baggage, and one of the most common outcomes is people who seem to get their lives together, and they appear to be socially and emotionally dysfunctional. Most of them come from homes that are either abusive, and the abuse that the children have suffered is often sexual, emotional, physical, or just, at best, just neglect.
Now, what sort of behavioural sort of issues do these?
We basically have to feed and clothe our students before we can expect to engage them in learning. I think the most important thing that it's done is it's put our students on a level playing field. In fact, it's actually given them a slight advantage, and they deserve every advantage. For our students to have access to this state-of-the-art technology, not only is it going to help improve educational outcomes because they're so engaged in anything technological, just like any other kids, but it sends a message to them that they're worth it, that somebody thinks that they are worth investing all this money in. And I think that, that's just almost the most important thing. Indigenous people generally have an incredible visual capability, I suppose. They're much more observant than most non-Indigenous people are, and they also seem to have incredible eyesight for observation, and that, I guess, that compensates for the fact that generally speaking their hearing is not as good. And that's probably because so many of them suffer from really bad ear infections when they're children. Everybody learns when they go to do anything to do with Indigenous education that Indigenous people are visual learners. I guess that's the biggest difference. We've managed to turn the kids from being surly, unhappy, aggressive, poor attitude, no social skills, into kids who are socially competent and happy and engaged. The technology has opened up a completely new world to our students, not the least of it being connections with places like the school in the Bronx, which they're just about to get engaged in. That's just, they've gone to that school's website and they can't get enough of it. They're just clicking on it the whole time. They're looking at these African American kids and Mexican kids and goodness knows what all, and I think they're blown away because they're doing the same sort of things that they're doing, and they're interested in the same things, you know, and they're looking at them doing hip-hop and, you know, listening to the same music. And so I think it's just, it's going to take them to another level. Look, the biggest challenges are the dealing with young people who have got no family support. They've got families, but the families themselves are in crisis, and they're in such crisis that they can't give their children support. They love their children, but they're dysfunctional themselves. So, you know, it's the constant flow of kids in crisis is our biggest challenge. And
Now,
it's not that we're not, you know, we've got the time and the energy, and we've got people who are committed to helping. It's the funding, you know, because we basically run a social service as well, but we don't get funding to be a social service.